Welcome into Tipping the Scales. This is JP and Mars over here.
Sounds like audio's working.
This is our first episode of our new podcast. We're going to have some good content for you guys. We got news, we got memes, we got more funny news, we got all kinds of stuff. Sports, everything. We got some people in the chat. We love to interact with the chat, so go ahead and just tell us what you want, what to do, and we'll do it. Where are we starting off today?
All right, let's do just a little bit of introductions. So, let's see. Like old JP here said, I'm Mars, co-host to your right, and that's it for introductions. I got nothing on introductions. Dude. Oh shit. We'll hop right into it then.
Old Jimmy P.
You got anything?
I guess we'll go to the news, the first news of the week. Big story here. Let me get my content up. Just lost everything. All right, look at this winner. You know who this guy is, Mars? You don't know? You didn't see the news story? Is an Alabama pastor / mayor, okay? His name is Bubba Copeland. He was 49 years old. I say was because this guy killed himself after cross-dressing photos emerge. Okay? So this was...
Did they reveal cause of death?
What was that?
Did they reveal his cause of death?
Yes, they did. He actually, when he got pulled...
Hang on. Let me guess. Hung himself with his bra.
No.
No. Let's see. Cross-dresser, 49. It's got to be some kind of asphyxiation.
It wasn't. No, he he was pulled over and shot himself in front of 2 deputies after the photos leaked of him dressing up in women's clothes. When asked about it after it leaked, he said that he did not think that his alter ego Brittany was a big deal, or it should mess with his life as a pastor or mayor. Had nothing to do with those. What do you think? Do you think you could be a pastor and still be cross-dressing on the internet and making videos? He said he just did it for fun.
You know, it seems like there's a little bit of a conflict of interest between the Word of God and then dressing up as a woman. But
I mean, in being mayor.
You know, the mayor thing doesn't bother me too much.
Okay, so the mayor just likes to pretend to be a chick.
You can just not vote for the mayor, I guess. But
he also posted explicit pornography and pinned erotica.
Was it pornography of him or of someone else?
It was all of him, sometimes wearing his wife's clothes.
Well, looking at his wife,
he looks like his wife. They look very similar. I think they could be brother and sister, is what it looks like.
Could be part chipmunk.
But old
Look
Bubba.
at them front teeth.
I don't know. Chat doesn't even. They're stunned. The fans are stunned. I was too when I saw the news story. But it's a good segue because it goes right into my next news story, which would be the Pope. The Pope, you know what he did this week? He approves transgender people receiving baptism and becoming godparents. It's a different world we live in now.
2023? Even the Pope's gone woke?
Don't you remember when all the people said religious people hate gay people?
It's not a thing now?
It's not a thing now. It's just cool. It's just whatever you want to do anymore. They just need people. They don't care anymore. It's just gone. Everything's gone woke, even religion.
I kind of prefer my Pope to be woke.
Because it rhymes?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So basically he was saying that they can, they can be baptized. They can they can witness marriages, whatever that means, and act as godparents to children. So what do you think is going to happen with that, with the children?
What confuses me is the godparents part.
Yeah.
I call them parents at that point.
Well, I think it's just all about, diddling little boys as usual. Just a different name, right? It's okay. The stream's going to be so laggy, no one's going to know what we're doing.
Pope Diddling the Second?
Pope Diddling the Second. And I don't know if this was my real news or funny news.
It's all pretty funny news.
We just wanted to open up with a couple news stories. Usually what we're going to do about, 2 to 5 news stories. As this is just our test run, we start with these 2 good time feeling stories.
I mean, episode 1, what do you expect, right?
There's
got to come out of the gate with a bunch of woke popes and cross-dressing mayors and pastors.
I didn't realize it was going to be so laggy or hot in here.
Episode 2, the new fan.
Turned off the camera. There we go. All right, what now?
Let's go to sports.
The only one I didn't have set up.
Oh, shoot.
But you can get started. Tell me about what you want to know about.
So let's start with the recent news in sports, in the sports world. I don't know if you heard yesterday, the Big Ten, they said, you know what? Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh, you're going to be suspended for the rest of the regular season.
I saw something about that. I didn't understand it. It said he was being punished. I don't know why he was being punished.
He's being punished. Well, they're calling it a punishment on the college, not the coach, but the coach is suspended and the school's facing no repercussions, so I don't know how they call it that.
Okay, so why is he being punished?
It's a multitude of reasons.
Okay.
So there's an article written in ESPN yesterday, kind of detailing the timeline here. So at the beginning of the year, right, back in January, they got a notice from the NCAA of allegations alleging impermissible contact with recruits during the offseason, right?
Okay, so basically he's trying to get in with people and trying to get them to come to college before he's supposed to.
The impermissible actions was he bought some recruits some hamburgers. Can't do that.
Yeah, I think that should be okay. You can have a lunch.
College kids can't have hamburgers in 2023.
I think you should be able to have a lunch.
So they looked into it, and he was suspended for the first 3 games this year, right? Seems a little heavy-handed for me, but he adamantly denied any wrongdoing, and that's really what led to his suspension to start the year was his lack of accountability, right? Well, last week it came out that he's been caught up in this alleged sign stealing scheme, right?
Sign stealing scheme.
He allegedly sent representatives from his games to scout future opponents, which has been prohibited since 1994.
Okay.
So he's sending his assistants out. They're scouting, figuring out the signs, bringing it back. So whenever Michigan plays them, they'll have that advantage, which to me sounds like just scouting, regular scouting.
Well, my thing is, he's already got some heat on him. Why is he gonna keep doing stuff if he knows it's people are watching him?
That's true. That's true. So,
how much does knowing the signs help, really? I don't really know. You'll have to explain it.
So the big thing is when you're on defense, right? And you're able to see what the offense is about to do. You're able to line up, put yourself in position in order to make the needed plays to stop them. And so on defense, being able to read the offensive signs is a much bigger thing than being on the offense and reading the defensive signs. So having just that little bit of heads up allows you to react a little bit quicker, allows you to get in position a little bit quicker, and it makes it a lot harder on that offense.
So this is basically how Tony Romo knew everything when he play call. Same thing?
Is what I described how Tony Romo played?
I don't know.
So
I just remember him getting in trouble for always calling out the plays when he's a broadcaster. He'd say, "Oh, now they're going to run it. Now they're going to run it," and everyone get mad.
You'd think it'd be the same thing, right? Where if Tony Romo could see it on film before they do it, you'd think the defensive coordinator would be able to do it, or
right.
a really good linebacker, which baffles me why he was suspended at all.
I don't feel like he should have been suspended, just hearing the story. I've also been trying to pull up a picture of Jim Harbaugh for 30 minutes, but we don't have the RAM. A new setup's going to happen if we want to do the podcast.
Let's see.
Are you done with Jim Harbaugh? I just got the picture. Okay, good.
Oh, I got a little bit more.
Good, let's hear it.
If I could find it. Because what made me laugh was the president of Michigan.
That's him thinking I know the signs. That's what he's thinking. He's looking up. He knows the signs.
No. So what made me laugh, and it's going to be completely out of context, so it's going to be funny to me and nobody else. The president of Michigan's name is Santa Ono.
Like Santa Ono?
Like Santa Ono. The president of Penn State's president's name is Tooth Fairy. Hell yeah. No, I'm done.
What?
Dude.
That's a pretty good joke.
Dude.
That's not a bad joke.
All right. Next up on sports.
It's one of the. Oh, okay. He's all right. He's all right.
I got another one.
Okay. Who are we going to
Cowboys legend.
Okay.
CeeDee Lamb?
I heard about this.
Is he a legend?
No.
No, I don't think so either. He's on the cusp of setting a new NFL record.
Most arrests.
Good guess.
Okay.
Good guess.
I don't know what it is.
Look at that.
I'm trying to get it. If we had RAM, it'd be up already. The show's production is really taking a hit.
So, CeeDee Lamb is trying to become the first NFL player to ever have 3 straight games of 10 passes and 150 yards. And
okay.
In a losing effort, apparently. So week 8, he caught 12 passes for 158. Last week, he caught 10 for 150. He caught 11 for 191 against the Eagles. So he's trying to get that 10 for 150 mark this week to be the first player ever.
So
he's going to be the first player to catch a football with his mouth.
He's got a good smile. So he's basically like the real life fantasy trash player.
Yep.
That you
He's
want.
the garbage time. Because it's always good to set records whenever you're losing. But
I don't think so.
I digress. So, you been keeping up with football at all, NFL at all?
Mm-mm.
So
I might hear something here or there.
So one thing I like to do is just kind of do some picks, against the spread.
Okay, so we're picking.
You know what the spread is?
Weekly picks
Weekly
for
picks?
Sunday?
Yeah.
I like that.
But what if it's like the 07 Patriots against the New York Giants? It's easier to pick the team you know.
Patriots are going to win.
Yeah, they're going to win.
Okay.
So Vegas has to give that losing team a few points to make it a little bit harder to pick.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if looking at this week, Cowboys are playing the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Giants lost their starting quarterback last week, ACL, out for the year. They were already a trash team.
Okay.
So, if we say, Jared, who's going to win between the Cowboys and the Giants?
You'd obviously pick the Cowboys.
Obviously pick the Cowboys. But what if I said, what if you add 17 points to the Giants' score at the end of the game?
Mm-hmm.
That evens out a little bit. So the spread on that game is the Giants plus 17 points. So it makes it a little bit harder to pick.
So that's what the spread means.
Yeah.
I never knew.
No?
Mm-mm. Okay, so that's a spread.
So that's the spread. They try to even it out, make it a little bit harder to bet.
So is this the part of the show where you make real live bets on your app over here? And you tell us the bets you're making?
Well, as soon as FanDuel or Sportsbook or somebody decides to sponsor us, I'll do it right here on air.
That's how we should do it.
Now I'm going to do it on an unknown app, only known to me,
Okay, but you're going to tell them what you're doing?
but using Vegas Sportsbooks.
Okay.
So if I had to, I'm going to pick 3 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys versus Giants. I'll actually pick that game. I think the Cowboys are going to win by more than 17. They're
I also think they'll
gonna
win by
cover
more
that
than
spread.
17. Yeah, I
gonna
agree.
cover that one.
He's going to bet $5,000 right here live.
$5,000 cash money. So the Monday night game this week
Tipping the picks. I like that.
is Buffalo at home against the Broncos.
Okay, Buffalo and the Broncos. Buffalo should win this.
Buffalo should win this. Vegas agrees.
Okay,
That's why
good.
they're giving the Broncos 7.5 points.
That's not a lot of points. The spread isn't that much.
So in the NFL, 7.5 is a lot of points.
Okay, my bad. Just instantly wrong.
Just
That's
right
a
out of the
lot.
gate. But Bills are too good, man. They are too good. Give me Buffalo to cover 7.5. So that's 2 favorites I'm picking to cover the spread, totaling like 24 points.
Okay.
So the other one that should be the game that you should be interested in this week is San Francisco at Jacksonville.
San Francisco's been doing good. They should win.
San Francisco should win. They're a great team. Jacksonville's been sneaky good this year.
No, have they?
Sneaky good.
How's Cam Newton doing?
Exactly.
Is that the Panthers?
Yes, he hasn't been in the league in years.
Jacksonville?
He hasn't been in the league in years.
That's not the Panthers. Is it?
No.
Who's Jacksonville?
The Jaguars. You're
Oh,
not that far off.
The
You're
Jaguars.
not that far off.
Yeah,
But-
Jaguars.
The Niners are only a 3-point favorite there.
Is that who's the running back for Jaguars?
Now?
No, the one I'm thinking.
Fred Taylor?
No.
No.
Start with an M.
Him. Oh, Maurice Jones-Drew?
Maurice Jones-Drew. Is he still the running back?
Not since like 2011.
Oh, okay. My bad.
No.
That's the last time I watched.
Well, if you have any extra money laying around, go to the sports book and bet all your life savings on the Niners to cover that one.
All your life savings. You have it here first. We have
Guaranteed. JP will guarantee your bet.
3 expert picks. Cowboys to cover the spread. Buffalo to cover the spread.
That's
And San Francisco 49ers.
Exactly.
All right. That's a pretty good little segment.
I can do sports.
We can keep doing that.
That's a little levity in the whole seriousness of your rape and cross-dressing.
I didn't get deep into the news this week. There was so much and so little RAM to do it.
You have.
We're going real light. Is there a difference between good and sneaky good? Is there? I don't know.
Yeah. So good is your obvious good teams, right? Your Cowboys.
Well, that's not obvious.
Your obvious good teams, Cowboys.
Let's start with an obviously good team.
Okay, your Niners are good. Your
Kansas City.
Your
Kansas City.
They've been sneaky bad.
They're losing?
They're not doing great. But your Eagles, right? They're like 8-1.
They're good.
They're a good team. Your Jaguars are like 6-2, 6-3, whatever they are. So they're sneaky good. They'll surprise you.
Okay. So no, there isn't a difference.
No. You're either good or you're not good.
You're either winning or losing.
I backpedal on that pretty quick. So now I guess since you already did national news.
Yeah, we already did national news. We're gonna switch to local news.
Let's move over to some local things that's been happening around
I
here.
like that. We can go to local news.
So in local news, part of my hometown here, the Joshua ISD called for a bond election earlier this summer. Well, that bond election just passed.
So they passed it.
The bond election just finished.
Oh,
it had passed previously.
That's not how you put that.
I'll be more careful with my words.
It passed. It's over. Guess the news.
So they called for $107 million.
That's a lot of money.
$107 million. Well, what's in that $107 million, though, right?
Like build one road.
A little more than a road.
Okay.
How about a new elementary school?
A whole new one?
New elementary school?
Do you want me to hit every point? Do they need a new elementary school?
I think they do need new elementary
school. That's just
a
question.
So the schools are all close to or at max capacity.
Okay.
So the middle school is also at max capacity, so there was some money in there to expand their middle school, do some high school expansions and upgrades, district-wide upgrades like HVAC systems, roof replacements, locker room upgrades. The auditorium was built in like 97, so they had just some upgrades there. Safety and security upgrades, fire alarms, vape detectors, security cameras, stuff like
vape detectors.
Vape. Pandemic in the high school.
Yeah, it's all about the vaping.
And then they got money in there to buy land for future school sites. But
I don't know about that.
$107 million was the bond.
Okay.
This was a brutal fight on social media. People that were against the bond attacking people who were for the bond and vice versa. You couldn't go a day on social media without somebody slinging barbs at somebody else for their view on where they stand on the bond. And then on November 7th, they have their election.
No child left to vape.
That's the goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the mudslinging that happens, we go to the polls. How many people voted for this bond?
Oh, how many people live in Joshua?
ISD. So there's 8,000 people in the town, right?
Okay.
The ISD goes way outside of the city limits. There's got to be 15, 20,000.
Okay, so there's probably 20,000 people, and there's probably like 10,000 comments on Facebook. I'm going to say 320 people voted.
You're closer to the number of people that voted than the number of people in the town.
Okay.
3,500 people.
Yeah.
So 20,000 people that are in the city. A lot of them not voting age. You got your kids.
12%.
You got your kids and your stuff. So when they tallied the vote of the 3,500, 1,900 was for, 1,600 was against.
Ooh,
300 vote split. So
300
the bond.
votes.
What did I say? 1,900 was for? No, it's 1,900 was against.
Oh, against.
Against.
Well, you thought we all thought it passed.
Nope. Failed miserably. Got their asses kicked.
Only by 300 votes.
Yeah. They took those vapes right out of those kids. Well, I guess they put it back in the kid's mouth.
They can't detect them.
They can't detect them. Everybody's vaping. So what was interesting about this is at the same time this $100 million bond was happening, Prosper ISD, Prosper right up the road near Dallas, called for a bond as well. Any idea how much that bond was?
I'm going to say 94 million.
Good guess. Good guess.
I can see his laptop.
Try 2.8 billion.
Bond.
94 million was the cost of the stadium they had in the bond package.
2 billion. Prosper? Are they really prospering
ISD.
there?
I need a thing.
I don't have my soundboard up.
Oh, we're gonna have fart noises and rim shots galore next week.
Oh, I'm gonna need a new computer.
So, Prop A. So 2.8 billion was the total bond for Prosper. Proposition A was 2.4 billion.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of money.
What do you think happened on that one?
It passed.
It passed. It passed. 2.4 billion. Billion. That's to build new schools and upgrade current schools. 2.4 bill.
Did you? Do we know what all of it's for?
So they have the 2.8 broken down into, it looks like 4 different propositions, right? So Prop A was new schools and expansion of existing schools for $2.4 billion. Passed. Passed by a good margin, too. 65% voted yes for $2.4 billion in school bond money.
Wow.
Prop B, $140 million.
That's bigger than just the Joshua bond.
Bigger than just the Joshua bond. Do you know what it was for? And I quote, provide new devices for students and teachers and staff.
That seems ridiculous.
Devices.
What kind of devices?
All inclusive. All inclusive.
Oh, I don't even have budget for a new computer.
What do you think?
I just got it down the pipe.
We have budget?
There's no, it says not in the budget. New computer's out.
Not the budget.
I'd like y'all to know, I'm not trying to get in the middle of this story here, but there's pictures, there's info we could be showing you back here, but the computer just won't do it. So
You hear this comment, Judge Judy?
the computer just won't do
It's
it.
got to be in the budget.
I
Find the budget.
I tried to open Chrome an hour ago. It won't open.
I'm going to start a GoFundMe for Tipping the Scales podcast for all new devices for co-hosts.
That's what we need. All new
I'm
devices.
going to call it Proposition. 140 million for devices. Proposition C.
There's more.
Oh, there's C and D.
So they approved $2 billion, then all these others?
So it's 2.8 billion total.
Is all of them together?
All of them together.
Okay, gotcha,
2.4 was
gotcha.
Prop A. 140 million was Prop B. Prop C is the $94 million football stadium.
Why would you need a football stadium? Are they pretty? How big are
They're
they?
kind of bougie up there.
Are they?
Kind of bougie.
I need to move to Prosper.
I don't think you want to move to Prosper. Man, you think Burleson, Texas are bad? Hey-o.
I love Burleson, Texas. We got the best customers. They're more like friends and family.
Pandering the scales. Prop C, $94 million stadium.
Yeah, that's a lot for a stadium.
Hates Burleson. Did it pass or fail?
It passed. It all passed. Everything in Prosper passed.
They rejected the stadium. They rejected it. They didn't get their $94 million. The cheapest thing on the bond they voted no to.
Really?
$94 million
Well,
stadium.
they didn't really need a stadium, if we're being fair.
I agree. They could play on some just grass.
That makes
field
more
somewhere.
sense.
And then Prop D, $125 million for a performing arts center. They love their performing arts in Prosper.
I bet it passed.
Oh man, did it pass? 56-44. So, Joshua ISD, $107 million rejected.
Joshua ISD bad, Prosper ISD
Prosper
good.
ISD, $2.8 billion.
Basically, what he's saying is you want to live in Prosper.
Move to
You want
Prosper.
your kids to go to school there.
Residents of Joshua ISD move to Prosper.
You don't want to live in Joshua anymore.
It's a dying town.
They got one Mexican place. It's not that even that good. I'm not going to name any names.
They got more than one.
They got one that's great. I'm only going to name names if I'm saying they're great. It's Becky's.
Oh, Becky's is great. Becky, if you can hear me, keep making those tortillas. They're great.
Good breakfast burrito. Did you have a breakfast burrito yesterday?
I did. And it was a late one, too, like around 10:30.
Yeah. Really? 10:30? I might have.
Full the rest of the day?
I was going to meet y'all for a breakfast burrito, but due to my depression, I couldn't get out of bed on time.
We could have shared one, Lady in the Tramp style.
Yeah, I was going to get there.
I'm
just trying to fill anything at this point.
Will you be the lady or the tramp?
Either one.
So that's all I got for local.
That's all we got on local.
Joshua sucks. Prosper's good. Move there.
I mean, I feel like this show could go hours. Now that we're in it. I see you have a lot of content that I'm not going to be able to show coming up. This is going to be real hard.
How do I unplug it from yours and plug it into mine? Oh, you got your... Never mind. You're live streaming.
I know. That's the problem. Why isn't this opening?
Do I need to hold my laptop up to the camera?
Maybe. Let me see if I can open another... Oh, okay. All right, so you want to go on to our next segment?
So our next segment is really dependent on whether or not you can pull it up.
I'm going to try to work on it. I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying to scroll through it.
Don't scroll too fast. Well, I also got some extended credit or extended content at the end. We'll get to that.
Is this the first one right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can get... I think... Oh, please tell me this will just let me drag this.
You might have to click and right-click.
I know what I can do. 1 second.
So
read the chat.
While you're doing that, I got some content specifically for one of our favorite viewers. I don't know his last name. I just know his name's Kelby.
No, let's not use real names.
Is that a common or uncommon name enough for people to know him?
Oh, that's not what I want. Screen cap? What am I thinking? Will you take a screen?
Screenshot?
Yeah, but crop, screen crop.
No, you want to do the...
Let's see, Shift, Command, and 3.
So I got, while you're doing that, I got a story for you.
AmericanSurveyCenter.org.
They put out a poll.
Who?
American Survey Center.
American Survey Center.
What they found is that nearly half of white Gen Z women are liberal. Does that surprise you?
No.
So, Gen Z, 46% of white women are liberal. Gen Z, men, only 28%. Gen Z men, which is the generation after millennials, which is the up-and-coming group right now.
So we're millennials.
We're millennials.
Okay, so the people under us.
Nope. Well, younger than us.
The people younger than us.
Gen Z, the men in Gen Z are 28% liberal. That means they got 72%.
That's not too bad. Yeah. What was millennial?
Good question. Millennial men were 34%.
This is good
liberal.
news.
So we're trending conservative for men.
That's good.
For men.
Yeah, for men.
For women, it's not looking good.
It's not looking good.
So 46% of Gen Z women were liberal or are liberal. Millennial women was 39%. So they're trending the opposite direction.
I wonder why. It's the social media.
It's got to be.
It's just popular.
Well, not only that, you also got to realize that a lot of the folks that I know, they just went to college for whatever, right? They didn't go with a plan, so they just went to get indoctrinated. So everybody's graduating these colleges with a degree that they don't use, with a mindset that they were
guilty.
Oh,
I don't use my degree.
Are you liberal too?
I'm in the middle.
Were you indoctrinated?
I'm in the middle.
Who? You tell me who indoctrinated you.
I think it was. I'll come back to
You
it.
got indocted?
I'll come back to it.
So just to finish this off, Gen X and baby boomers, they're both pretty even.
That's a pretty good. Before you even finish, I'm going to hit you with this one. You're saying what percentage of women?
For Gen Z,
Yeah.
46%, millennials 39%.
Okay, can you define a woman?
A person who identifies as a woman.
Oh, okay. We just wanted to make sure it was clear before we kept going.
But it
There you
depends
go,
on
chat. Now you know.
Also depends on what day it is. Yesterday they were men. Today they're women. Tomorrow they're who knows. So Gen X and baby boomers, only about a quarter of them were liberal. So we're trending in the opposite direction.
Hey, check this out. Boom. Figured out how to do this.
Uh-oh.
So we're good to go.
And then one more little tidbit.
I don't know where it goes.
It's over here.
Oh, I mean my
You're doing
picture.
things.
One more little tidbit.
One more little tidbit. How do you think those four generations differ with their views on Trump? They put out a survey asking about Trump.
Why would they do that?
and
They hate him.
and their opinion on him.
They hate Trump. Why would they do a survey on him?
So, which generation, Gen Z, Millennial, Gen X, Boomer, which generation do you think approves of Trump's performance the most?
I mean, the older one.
The oldest?
The oldest.
It's pretty much a straight line from oldest to youngest.
Really? He's just that good?
Maybe because he is a Boomer?
Yeah.
Is that, you think that has a lot to do with it, or do you think they're just more conservative?
I think it's because it's just a no-brainer, right? Groceries were down, gas was down.
There's
Have you seen how
all
much
the
it costs
logic
now?
points to having a approval of Trump's performance.
People just, when it's better to live, they're just happier.
But you know what? You know what's ridiculous to me?
What?
Millennials, our generation,
Mm-hmm.
the lowest approval of Trump's performance. 29% approve of Trump's performance. Gen X, or I'm sorry, Gen Z, the most recent generation,
Mm-hmm. Higher?
likes Trump more than us. More than us.
I don't get it. I wish you would have shown me this before so I could kind of think about that because I don't understand how that's even happening.
So the other question they asked, getting away from Trump between the four generations, is should government do more to solve our problems?
No.
70% of Gen Z said yes.
No.
The youngest group.
That's terrible.
70%
we're
said
screwed.
yes.
We're screwed.
And then it goes down from there. 64 millennial, 53 Gen X, 49% boomers say, yeah, the government should do more to help us.
I want the government to do less. Anti-federalist is what I am. I'm bringing that party back.
Can you guess the order for the generations that want to increase racial and ethnic diversity?
The same order?
It's the exact same order.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't know why you're laughing about ethnic diversity. I don't really tickled him.
I got nothing for that. I'm a big racist.
I thought of a
That's
few
it.
things, but first show, I'm going to let it go.
So every time, we look at this and say, oh, Gen Z, they're starting to look more and more conservative. Then you get
They're not.
Then you get a poll like that. And
It's
you're
a
like, okay,
scam.
maybe I'm
all a scam.
maybe I'm reading it wrong.
I have 2 of your next things ready.
Okay. Well, I need all 3 of them.
Well, here's the problem. Due to our lack of budget,
You only have one web browser, 50 tabs.
well, here's the problem. It's so big, I'm having a hard time screen capping it.
What's big?
The meme.
Oh, yeah, it is a scroller.
It's a scroller. That's what's.
You-
You see, that's the problem.
You can click it and just kind of just shrink it down?
It won't let me do that. If you would have done that,
Because you're doing it through the web browser instead of
because I don't have Word. You think I can afford Word? We don't have any
Don't
RAM.
have Word. Hey, can you,
Don't laugh at this next part. That's exactly what that was about. That's funny. I just saw that. That's funny. Well, we'll just. How about we start with one, and then I'll do it as you go. So let's go to our next segment.
our next segment was kind of developed organically because I'm all in on the meme scene.
Okay.
Are you in on the memes? Do you meme? Do you meme?
I make memes sometimes. People make memes of me, is what I meant to say.
Memes?
Memes. That's someone else's joke. I've heard it before. Whose joke is that? So we're gonna. What is this meme of the week?
So the segment is meme of the week. Where
Meme of the week.
every time I'm just taking a big fat growler on the toilet, scrolling through my memes.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? That's a meme of the week candidate.
Okay.
So I chose 3.
We're gonna do the first one first. Is that okay?
Yes, the first one first is fine.
Do you want me to show it now?
Can you?
Are you ready?
Will your RAM allow it?
It will. I'll cover us for a second.
That's fine.
You want to read it? I
So
haven't read it.
We'll post it and read it, and then so we're gonna need the voting to be done by the comment section.
Which one's the best?
About which one's the best.
Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, so this first one, you can go ahead.
So the first meme I got, even though reading it kind of lessens it a little.
Oh, does reading it less than a little?
Does reading it aloud? Reading it internally kind of makes it more, but
Okay.
so
well,
the meme is 300 BC. Why do we want to be a good person? 1100 BC or 1100 AD. Why do we desire the truth? 1700 AD. Why do objects fall to earth? 2019. Why does ha make hot but who make cold? I'm talking about mouth wind. Mouth wind.
what?
That's what we've come to.
Mouth wind. Why does ha make hot, but who make cold?
It took me a minute. He's talking. I say he. I don't know who it is. When you do, it's hot. When you do, it's mouth wind.
I didn't get it.
It got me.
I didn't get it till
I
you
was
said it.
laughing on the toilet pretty good.
Okay, that's not bad. Ha. I guess.
Mouth wind made me laugh.
It's not gonna get my vote. I can tell you that. I haven't seen the other ones. You're gonna have to take a little longer on this next one
So
because I'm gonna have to work while you're doing
so
it.
the last one's only visual.
I know. It's gonna be the hardest one to get.
So the next one, the meme.
Yeah. 1 second.
All right.
Screenshot. No, I didn't label this. Screenshot 23. But there's so many screenshots. It could be anything.
It's almost like we need a third guy in here just doing the.
It's just one PC versus Mac. Anything that had a little bit of power
Are
behind
we
it.
still covered? Can I take a drink of my drink that is not sponsoring the show?
I just found my favorite meme trying to go through these screenshots. I don't know. I did. So. Okay, found it. Boom. 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 Next, you're on.
Little, yellow, different. Next meme. Boss says, the guys in IT have some questions for you. Me. Ah, yes, you see, I thought hentai was Garfield's last name. He's Googling Garfield hentai.
Yeah, is that the joke? Oh, because IT is asking him.
I thought hentai was Garfield's last name. Made me laugh.
I don't feel like chat's going to vote number 1 on that one.
Let's see if you can get this third one.
Oh.
Third one.
Talk about that one for a little bit.
Third one made me chuckle a little bit. Set the stage a little bit. It's
Don't set the stage yet.
It's a Price is Right meme. You do Price is Right?
I used to watch it all the time until Drew Carey took over.
So he's your least favorite Price is Right host?
He's only been 2.
No.
Yes.
What's his name? The real fat guy. Anderson. What? Wasn't he?
What?
Chad, who was the Anderson last name?
There's only been 2.
Mouthwind. I thought it was Bob Barker.
Yeah. And then Drew Carey.
Louis Anderson?
No. There's no way. Can they not just give me the actual meme that you found? I was hoping I'd just look it up real quick.
Oh, man.
Can a meme move?
It can. Can you do that one? That'll work.
I can try. Okay, so you got, what was the first one?
Mouthwind.
Mouthwind. Mouthwind might. It's getting there.
And then Garfield Hentai.
Yeah, I don't think that one's going to win.
No one likes Garfield Hentai.
IQ, huh?
How about the chat decides, not JP?
This isn't fair because this one moves if it works.
But it's better for the...
Oh.
So, setting the stage. Drew Carey calls her down. She's in a wheelchair.
She's not just short. She's definitely in a wheelchair.
Definitely in a wheelchair. And her prize? Treadmill. Oh, she's got to act like she's excited. Do you think... There is a way for her to use this, though, right? The treadmill?
No. There's no way.
Gets up on there in her wheelchair, turn it to low and arm workout city.
That's funny. That is funny.
Oh, her traps will be burning by the end of that.
Because she could never use that. Because she's disabled.
So that was the meme, was calls her down in a wheelchair and her prize is treadmill.
Yeah.
Poor Drew. He didn't even know it was coming.
Okay. So we got the first one, the mouth breathing. We got the wheelchair and then the Garfield. So, chat, what do you think?
I think they're way behind.
If y'all want to, I think that's just the computer.
Arm workout city.
I think if I have to pick one, I'm going to pick on 3. We're going to say which one. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. And then you say which one you pick. Just see. 1, 2, 3. Mouthwind. Yep.
Mouthwind.
Oh, Mouthwind. We got
Mouthwind
one vote for Mouthwind.
sure.
We both voted Mouthwind. I don't know. I think that was the best one probably this
I
week.
don't know. There might be a couple more coming in here soon. Keep an eye on it.
Well, the good thing is I hope we have more content. Because I showed up light. You showed up fully stocked, ready to go.
I told you.
You had the documents. The computer let us down a little, but we're making it work.
I hyperlinked my websites.
He did a good job. This is going to work. After seeing what he did today, this will work.
I created an iFunny account, so maybe next time you just pull up iFunny.
Okay, that'll work. But, I mean, we can do GIFs pretty good. GIFs?
We have that debate again?
No, we're not. We're not going to have that one.
GIF?
Oh, hit the wrong button. So, yeah. What else we got? Is that it?
So, just to finish up real quick, the one thing that you forgot to lead into was the debate the other night, hosted by NBC.
Okay.
Did you watch any of that debate?
I didn't. Did people watch that?
I did.
Okay.
I was really bored.
Let's hear about it.
At work.
Do you want me to pull up a picture?
No.
I can pull up a picture of who won.
Oh, we know who won.
I got it right here.
It was Vivek Slippy Swami.
I can pull up a picture of who
That
won.
dude was badass in that debate.
Really?
He called out the RNC chair.
What did he say?
What's her name? Ronna Race.
Run a race. Her name's Run a Race.
Ronna McDaniel. Oh, he destroyed her. He called for her to resign. It was glorious. That's how the debate started.
What did she do?
Caused a bunch of Republicans to lose. She took over in 17. Supposed to be a red wave in 18. Supposed to be a red wave in 2020.
Is that who won the debate?
By not even being there.
By not even being there?
He continues to win the debates.
Yeah. He's the big winner that night.
I think he did a show online at the same time and had more viewers than the RNC debate.
Yeah. I believe it. I believe it. I didn't watch it.
But I used to be a big DeSantis fan.
Okay, DeSantis.
Because of his COVID reactions to all that.
I used to be a big fan of his until I realized he wears boots. High heel boots. So, boots that have high heels built inside.
Can you pull up a video?
I'm looking.
Can you pull up a YouTube video and do audio or no?
No, I don't think I can do audio yet. If we had a PC, maybe. But I'm going to pull up a picture.
Because Vivek had a line at the beginning of the debate about, what was that chick's name that was debating on the stage? Mitt Romney's niece.
Yeah. Is that Mitt Romney's niece? Really?
That all the news said she won the debate.
Well, she didn't.
She didn't. She was horrible. Vivek had a line saying, there's Dick Cheney in high heels, and there's two people on the stage that he was talking about. So no one even realized that he called DeSantis Dick Cheney in high heels.
That's so funny.
And no one caught it because the moderators kept interrupting. But after that debate the other night, I'm
Nikki Haley?
Nikki Haley.
Is Mitt Romney's niece?
Yes.
Oh, I don't trust her.
She's a Romney.
I don't trust her.
I'm not 100% on niece, but I'm 100% on Romney.
Mm-hmm. I just took what you said and ran with it.
Yeah. But I'm pro Vivek Ramaswamy.
Really? Some people think he's actually a Democrat.
He could be a plant. He's worth like $500 million because he did pharmaceuticals. So who knows if he's genuine.
I'm going to cover us up here real quick. So if you see, here's the evidence. First off, look at these boots. They don't even look right. Look how thick.
Those are clown boots.
You can't see it. I can't do it with my hand, but look how thick.
It looks like the boot from Who Framed Roger Rabbit going into the dip.
If you, okay, where am I at? Here we go. Look how thick it is back here.
I do like a thick heel, though.
It's so thick, and they're saying that how it's built, his leg can't possibly go down like that.
And every time he's asked how tall he is, you know what he says? 5'11".
Mm-hmm.
That's like the perfect height for somebody to say they are because he doesn't want to say he's 6 foot because they'll say, oh, there's no way this dude's 6 foot.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to say that he's really 5'7".
I need to find a picture of him standing.
So
it's definitely, I think it's real.
He stands next to his wife, and he's like an inch or two taller than her. She puts on heels, and he's still an inch or two taller than her. So there's definitely something going on. I'm all in on Bootgate.
Oh, yeah. Me too. 100%. He was, I don't know. Nikki Haley, really.
So between Nikki Haley and Ronna McDaniel and having the freaking thing hosted on NBC with, what's his name, Lester Holt?
Lester Holt?
That's who was moderating. If that doesn't tell you that it's a uniparty,
he's that light-skinned anchor, right?
Yeah, he's the light dark guy.
Is that
the white black guy?
Is that legal?
Legal, yeah.
Frowned upon?
Definitely frowned upon.
Really? Well, never mind.
For an RNC debate? I thought we're racist.
No. I meant just in general. That's funny. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So
just the RNC debate.
We can't see it. Yes, you can. I showed it to you.
You can't see it yet. There it is right there.
Need you to read it. What am I reading? Talking about.
Or is the chat like way behind?
I don't think so. I don't think they are. I think he just wants me to read.
You don't want Jared to read.
So was there anything else we missed?
No.
There was a couple things.
Chris Christie sucks.
That's that. We didn't miss that.
Tim, what's his name? Black guy? Tim. In the debate.
I don't know. Tim who? There was something
he was
else.
so boring. I just forgot his name too.
It's not the guy from Ben Carson?
Tim.
He's bald.
Yes.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his
Chat,
last
help
name.
me out. Black guy, RNC debate. His name's Tim.
There was a news story I wanted to talk about. I saved it. Give me 1 second. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here it is. Okay, Swords of Iron. Can't even say the word. The IAF carried out the first operational interception of a ballistic missile threat by
Time
the
out.
Arrow system in the Red Sea region.
What's
This has to do with the Israel war.
What's IAF?
As the Israeli Air Force.
Perfect. Okay, now I got context.
Okay, so this has to do with the war that we're at war, basically.
We're
But
at war.
they have an arrow system. So what happened was someone like Yemen or someone launched a ballistic missile into space, and they intercepted it before it could come back down to the atmosphere. So it was the first space war.
Space Force?
Space wars. That's why we have a space force, because they're starting to use space to launch missiles and do all that stuff. And it was the first time it's ever happened in history. So I just thought it was interesting.
You know what's weird? That we call it space.
And there's nothing there.
We don't have a name for it. It's just called space.
Wasted spaces.
Let that one marinate for a bit.
Boo.
Can we come
But
up,
space doesn't exist,
can we
right?
come up with a better name for space than it's just space?
Well, the other reason I was going to bring this up, I didn't care about the story at all. It was because space isn't real. That's what I was getting at. Flat Earth is real.
I could get in on some
Flat
not,
Earth.
some not real space talk.
The dome, the missile didn't penetrate.
What's it called? The parliament?
The firmament. Firmament. Are we saying that right, chat? It's in the Bible.
Oh, yeah. It's near you.
I don't know. It's just singing one of our favorite songs. I'll find a picture of that real quick, and then we should just end. We're going off the rails.
I can get in on some flat Earth talk.
Okay, we'll
Maybe
find
some
the dome.
we didn't land on the moon talk because of the flat Earth talk.
You have a comment on the moon? You don't think that's real?
Going
Has a podcast ever talked about that before?
This might be the first. Family Feud.
I knew it. I knew it wasn't.
Damn it.
There's been 2 hosts. I was really looking for a labeled one.
So, the flat Earth, right? I've heard a bunch of different theories on this.
Ooh.
It's a flat Earth, and it's projecting like upward, and that's what gravity is the upward projection pulling you down to the Earth's surface, like when you go up an elevator.
Okay.
What have you heard about the flat Earth that proves like gravity and how is the sun?
The sun and the moon circle
Inside the firmament.
inside the firmament.
Okay.
100%. It makes so much more sense.
How do we not fall off the edge? Oh, you got
The ice wall.
ice wall.
We're gonna have a whole hour devoted to this later. We're just getting a little into it right now.
Where do they go? They go to private chats for stuff like this, right? Where it's pay to watch.
Yeah, you gotta join the Patreon. You want to talk about this for 5 hours later? You gotta join the Patreon. So you have the Antarctic ice walls, as you can see.
Timeout. We got a new vote. Number 3.
Yeah, it was so long ago. Makes me wonder how this is going.
She's going to have arms like Schwarzenegger at the end of her workout. She's looking like Commando.
You got the Antarctic ice walls. You got the moon and the sun. They go in a circle here. They just spin around. The atmosphere protective dome.
Should we be doing this?
Yeah, they do that.
No, you're pointing at the screen
They do this.
instead of pointing at your monitor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they do this. I can't see myself right now. They can't see me either. I don't even know why I'm doing it. Okay, so anyway, that's how it works. Now, you don't think that's real. It's half a sphere. You're a full sphere. You can't go half.
Half sphere.
What if there's another one goes the other way?
Are all the planets
Fake? Probably. I've seen a lot of...
Is everything within the firmament?
Yes.
Like all space?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No. I'm not sure.
Because I want to know about the planets. Like the moon, is it a flat moon facing us, or is it a round moon?
Look,
if it's a round moon, why are we so against a round Earth if everything else is round?
Well, that's why I'm saying we got to really dive deep into this. We can't just off the cuff go into this. It's going to have to be a whole segment.
You got to do some research on
It's
it.
going to need research.
Can we talk about JFK and the moon landing and all that other stuff?
We can talk about anything you want to talk. We can have a conspiracy segment. I say conspiracy.
Because it's not a... I got you.
We can have a whole segment on it. Chat isn't delayed. Okay.
Bible bunkers.
I mean, we can go over that. I like that everyone's enjoying the show. They stayed the whole time. This is going to be good. You feeling good about it?
I think so.
Didn't go that bad.
Well, we got some...
It's mostly computer.
we learned some stuff today.
Yeah. It's all about the research and the content you do. He showed up way more prepared than I did. Of course, I had to create the whole studio and do all this. He just showed up with some papers.
Yeah. It spent probably a few hours just for prep for how long have we been on the air?
We've been on the air for probably about an hour and a half.
You think? Oh, damn, it's 1:30. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we could maybe bring on Daniel Allen Jones for a conspiracy night.
Ooh.
As a special guest if we could get him.
So I saw a video of him talking Bigfoot. Is he a pro Bigfoot guy?
Oh, he's very pro Bigfoot.
I am also pro Bigfoot.
He has a cast of Bigfoot's foot.
Sure it's not my foot?
Nope, it's real cast. 70 minutes we've been on air. I could go all night.
So I'd like to have a Bigfoot talk.
Okay.
I got some Bigfoot knowledge.
We're going to have to bring him out. Or if he doesn't want to come out, we'll do it ourselves, I guess.
Just get him on the phone. Have a phone guest.
Call in.
I need you to figure out phone guests as well.
I can do phone guests.
Speakerphone?
It'll be a speakerphone. Yeah. Chat's getting a little... Yeah.
It's going PG-13. Chat was PG so far. But Bigfoot definitely had a big old hog.
Save it for the Bigfoot show. There'll be all kinds of... I've seen your memes. So there'll be all kinds of animations and drawings. Well,
that's all my content.
That's all we got for tonight. First show?
I think it was successful.
It is a good show. I agree.
Next week will be a lot better. We'll have some things in place, and
I will get at least 5 stories, 5 news stories instead of 2.
But
I had a third.
Kind of mix it up with the content, so it's not all transgender and cross-dress. You just went full steam ahead.
really set the tone. I saw a lot of funny news stories. I just didn't get them.
You could have looked them over here. We're not going to get into that.
It's hard to get up in the morning.
Or in the early afternoon.
Or ever, if you know my history.
Oh, man.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
We want to thank everybody for watching the first show. And every show after this will be better. We can promise that. More. Don't leave. More. We have nothing more to give you today. No. It's the worst feeling being out of content. But we will be back next week. Same time?
What do you want to make it a set time every week?
Yeah, probably 9:40.
Let's make it a 10 p.m. show. So
10 p.m. show. 10 p.m.
So we get here around 9:30, 9:40.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Get ready.
Every week
live live at 10.
Live at 10. Anything can happen after 10. All right. Sounds good to me.
Good with that. So I'll be back here next week. 10
Come back next week. Donate, like, subscribe. Do all the things. Definitely subscribe. We don't have donations yet. But like and subscribe. Share us with your friends.
If you want to be on the show, reach out.
You
gotta bring your own content.
It will be censored and gone through extensively.
Can we say like shit and fucking stuff?
If you want.
Okay, good deal.
I keep it clean. Because that's harder comedy to do. But JP, Mars, thank y'all so much, and we will see you next week.